Hey guys, Janelle here from JanelleEmma.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about a little nugget that I learned that will help you online or offline when you're prospecting people and asking them questions. So you may come across someone that you think would be great in your business, but you don't want to be approaching them in a way that causes resistance. So you don't want to be approaching them because you feel that they're really good at whatever job that they do, if it's someone you've met in a restaurant or a retail store or something, and you don't want to go up to them and say, hey, you'd be great at what I do, because that's going to cause a bit of resistance. You know nothing about them yet, they know nothing about you, and they're just going to think you're a bit false and fake. So by approaching them in a different way, obviously asking a lot of questions is going to help you massively, but then using a certain question when you're approaching them as well. This one question, which I learned the other day, will open their mind up a bit more and make them want to talk to you that little bit more. And that question is, do you have a plan for that? So, you know, I got this from Tanya Eliza the other day, and I really think that this is something that can open up the mind of the people that you're talking to. So like I said, if you're talking to someone in a restaurant or in a retail store and you see that they're really good, they've got good customer service, they're really friendly and open, and they're very happy in their manner and the way that they speak, then of course you're going to want to approach them and try and get some information out of them to see if they'd be good for your business or not. But you know, don't cause that resistance by just going up and saying, hey, I like your service, I think you'd be great at what I do. It just causes that resistance. It causes them to step back a bit and go, you know, who are you and why do you think you can say that to me, sort of thing. So, you know, by asking them these different questions that open up more of a conversation is going to help a lot, and it's going to make them want to talk to you more and give you more information. So, you know, by saying that question, that do you have a plan for that question, that's really going to make them think about what their plan is, if they actually have one. They may not even have a plan at all, and that's when that could be that trigger where you offer your opportunity in some way. So, you know, if you're talking to them, make sure you're asking loads and loads of questions. If you ask them something like, I can see you're a waiter. Obviously I don't think that waiting or waitressing is something you're going to do for the rest of your life. So what plans do you have in place for your future? You know, and that's the same sort of question, but asked in a different way. So, you know, asking what their plans are for the future, they might say to you, well, this is only a part-time business. I have 2 kids at home and I'd rather be at home with them, but this is all I can do for now. Or it might be something like, I do this on the side because I'm studying and, you know, I want to be able to provide for my family better later, and so I'm studying a certain thing, and I do this to make a bit of money. So that's when you can start giving them, you know, asking more questions and asking them what their plan is for the future around that, you know, what other money they'd like to make. And this is where you can bring up the question of, if I could show you something different that you could do as a side income that wouldn't interfere with this job or with your studying, would you be open to looking at it? Or you could ask them something like, I can see that waitressing is something you enjoy doing because you seem really happy and you're a very friendly personality. Would you like another side income to look at? Or are you open for me to show you what it is that I do that could help you out in a different way that could even get you there quicker to your goal? You know, by saying that you have another opportunity for them, and it could get them speed up their income to get them to their end goal quicker. Most people would want to hear about that. So that's when you can start to get you know, a phone call down, or you can say, I'll meet you next week at the same time, and all that sort of stuff, and you can start getting meetings happening. So, you know, this can work in restaurants and in retail stores, and it can work pretty much everywhere. But, you know, if you open those questions up and you're asking them, you know, what is your plan for the future, or you know, what is it that you want to do in your lifetime that's going to serve you financially, then you really are opening up those questions and giving them an open-ended way to come back at you and give you more information. And most people are open to doing that, you know, if they're friendly enough, and if they're seeing that you're more interested than interesting, you know, be more interested than interesting. And if they can see that, they will tell you pretty much their life story. Everyone loves telling you their life story. They love telling you what it is that's happening in their life, as long as they feel comfortable around you. So the more questions you ask and the more you seem like a friend, of course they're going to tell you that sort of stuff, you know. So make sure that you're being really friendly to them when they are serving you, you know, if they're serving you dinner, or if they're helping you with your clothes, if it's in a retail store, that sort of thing, or if it's, you know, at a car yard, that's another one as well. You know, any sort of sales job or any sort of a restaurant type environment, this can really work. And it can work, you know, if you go into shopping centers and you're talking to people while you're buying your lunch, or, you know, something like that as well. So if they start telling you about their bigger dreams, their bigger aspirations, their lifestyle goals, and you say, you know, what is your plan for that, or what plans have you got in place for that, and they don't really have plans in place, that is a massive opening for you to tell them what we have. And we know that network marketing is special. We know it can work for anyone and everyone, as long as they're open to looking at it. And you just have to be you have to go in with a different direct approach than just saying you'd be great at what I do. You know, that's, you know, that sort of stuff can really put people off straight away. And it can be really forward and confronting to some people. So, you know, make sure it's more open-ended to them. Make sure you're asking what their plan is for their future, what it is that they do in their spare time, you know. If you're in a gym, this can work in a gym, and they're a really high-end fitness person, and you ask them what their future is. If they may be the manager of the gym, they may be someone who just works out there all the time, and you see them all the time in the gym, and you say, you know, we've become really good friends. We talk every time we're in here and say hello, and, you know, what's your plans for the future? You seem really fit and really high vibe and positive person. And what's your plans for the future, or what is it you do in your job? And, you know, if you're in the wellness industry, that can really be a foot in the door for you to talk to them about your wellness products. Or if you're in travel and they say they love traveling, but they don't get much time because they're studying and they have a part-time job and that sort of stuff, you could go in, you know, and say, well, you know, I'm in the travel industry, and if you want to travel more with your family, I can show you a way that, you know, that can really provide for your family as a side income that won't interfere with what you're already doing. Or, you know, beauty. It can work in any sort of network marketing company, but just be really open-minded. I think that writing some of these questions down and practicing them can really help as well. So the one, you know, where it says, what is your plan for that, or what's your plan for the future? I think that's a really good, strong question to ask, and it will get many different answers back at you, which you can then use to hopefully get a foot in the door, or use to help them out and be a friend of theirs, and maybe help them in some way. Or, you know, you could even refer them on to someone else. If you see that they're doing this because they're caring for a partner at home or a parent at home or something, and you're not in the wellness industry, but you have a really good friend who is, you can even refer them to that friend and say, I can see you're struggling by trying to care for that person, provide for your family, do this part-time job, whatever it is, and I want to put you onto this person. You know, you can still be that referral, and you don't have to think that everyone has to join your business. But if you can be a friend and be interested, not just interesting, and really just be someone who cares from the heart, they're going to feel that and see that. You know, everyone picks up on that vibe. So I think that this way and this approach is far better than, you know, just saying that you think someone would be great for your business, or you think that they'd be great at what you do. You know, that's just it's too direct, you know, in my mind. It's too direct to do that. So remember that it's not about us, and it is about our prospects every single time. And we need to treat them as if they are our best friend. You know, if we can see that they're open to talking and chatting and being really friendly anyway, we need to treat them that way. And, you know, asking them if they have a plan for their future, or if they're talking to you about what they love and you ask, what's your plan for that? You know, it just opens up so many doors. So I really think that question is one to stick in your mind, and one to use every single day. So I hope you got value from that. Please like or share or comment this if it was of value to you. I'm sorry about the video falling over. And subscribe to my videos if they are of value to you, and if you are getting information from them that's helping you within your business as well. And I'll see you all on the next video.